Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the class. We are doing the chapter The Making of the National Movement 1870s to 1947. And under this chapter, we are doing some causes which led to the intensification of discontentment among Indians against the British rule in 1870s and 80s. We have discussed about the Arms Act of 1878, then the Vernacular Press Act of 1878, and then this withdrawal of the Ilbert Bill of which was presented in 1883, but it could not be passed because of the opposition of the white members of Parliament of Britain. So this Ilbert Bill was aiming at bringing equality among Indian and European judges, Indian and British judges, but the whites were not ready to accept this equality. That is why they opposed this bill, and finally this bill could not be passed, and this caused a high level of anger and dissatisfaction among the Indians. And this withdrawal of this bill actually depicted the racial attitude of the British. They believe that the Europeans are of high quality race and the Indians are of the low quality race, and that is why they were not ready to give equal status to Indian and British judges. So this proved that they believed in racial supremacy. They are superior. So this caused dissatisfaction among the Indians. So these are the three reasons for intensification of dissatisfaction: the Arms Act, the Vernacular Press Act, and the withdrawal of Ilbert Bill 1883. Okay, so now we see that because of this increased dissatisfaction, we find that there arose the need for an all India organization of educated Indians. Before also, earlier than this, there was existing political associations like Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, the Indian Assembly. All these were existing, about which we have discussed. But now it was needed, it was required that there must be an all India organization of educated Indians. And in this requirement was fulfilled by the formation of Indian National Congress in December 1885, when 72 delegates from all over the country, they met at Bombay. Delegates. What is this term? Delegate. Delegate means representatives, we can say. Representatives. Okay. From all over the country, 72 representatives met at Bombay in December 1885. In these representatives, we find the name of very important leaders of Congress: Dadabhai Naoroji, Firoz Shah Mehta, Badruddin Tayyabji, Umesh Chandra Banerjee, Surendranath Banerjee, Romesh Chandra Datta, S. Subramaniam Iyer. These were the important leaders, early leaders of Congress. So I'm just writing down the names of these delegates, these important leaders, so that it could become easier for you to memorize their names. है ना? So Dada Bhai Nauroji. Dada Bhai Nauroji, then there was Firoz Shah Kotla, not Firoz Shah Mehta, Firoz Shah Mehta. So he was also an important leader of Congress. Then Badruddin Tayyab. Yes, it's Badruddin Tayyab. Then Umesh Chandra Banerjee, W.C. Banerjee. And other than this, we find there were this Surendranath Banerjee. Surendranath Banerjee, Ramesh Chandra Datta. And S. Subramanya Iyer. Okay, so these were the important early leaders of Congress, and in these leaders there is one more name which is very much important to know, and that is A.O. Hume, Ellen Octavian Hume, who is considered to be the founder of the Congress. He was not an Indian, he was a retired British official, and he played a very crucial role in bringing Indians from different regions together and informing of the Indian National Congress. That is why he is known to be he is known as the founder of the Indian National Congress. Okay, so these are the important leaders, and here we must know something more about Dada Bhai Nauroji. Dada Bhai Nauroji, he was a businessman, and other than being a businessman, he was also a publicist. So what does it mean, publicist? He was a businessman and publicist. Publicist means someone who spread his ideas by various means, like by writing reports, by delivering speeches at the meetings. One who spread his idea. That person is known as this publicist. So Dada Bhai Nauroji was a publicist who used to circulate informations by writing reports, by delivering speeches. So he was actually settled in London. He used to live in London, and he was a member of British Parliament also for a particular period of time. He was a member of British Parliament also, and he guided the younger nationalist. He gave training, we can say. He was a trainer in a way. Because when whoever is spreading his ideas, he is actually it's a kind of mental training. So he was guiding the younger nationalists. So these are the important leaders of the Congress who played a very important role, a very crucial role in the formation of the Congress. Okay, now you need to understand something more about Congress. Congress was, we can say that it was an organization of English educated people. So we find that Congress was a representative body of the whole country. It was not representing any one class or community of India, but all the different communities of India was represented in Congress. But in the beginning, we can say that the Congress was totally a group of English educated people, which was formed not for making the British go away from our country. The main purpose of the formation of the Congress was not to achieve freedom. At that time when it was formed, the purpose was not to achieve freedom. Instead, we find that the purpose was to make improvements in the British government. The purpose was to make the British government aware of the causes of discontentment among the people of India, make the British aware of the demands of the people of India, what are their demands from the British government. All these were an effort so that the Congress should, the British government should change, should bring some reforms, should make some laws according to the desire of the Indians. This desire was being represented by the Indian National Congress. So the formation of Congress, the Congress was not founded for the purpose of ending of the British rule. Instead, it was formed only for this purpose, that the anger and the dissatisfaction of the Indians will get a platform through which they can express their anger, they can express their demands, and accordingly the British government can bring changes, the British government can bring reforms in their governance. And in this way there will be decrease in the intensity of dissatisfaction among the Indians, when the Indians will start feeling that the British government is making changes in the governance according to the demand of the people of India. Then they will become satisfied with the government, and this will this will be very much beneficial for the future of the British rule in India. Because if the people are happy with the British government, it means that the British government will prolong. There will be more years of British rule in India. So that was the purpose. For that purpose only this Congress was created, this Congress was founded. कि लोग क्या चाहते हैं ये ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट जान पाएगी, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली इट विल ब्रिंग रिफॉर्म्स in the governance of the country. And in this way, the efficiency, the acceptance of the British government among Indians will be increased. Okay, so this role was played by Congress in the first 20 years. So we can say up to 1905, the Congress was not, it was very much moderate in its objectives and methods. What do we mean by moderate? The term moderate is very important to understand. Up to 1905. Congress was, what was Congress? Up to 1905, Congress was moderate. And its objectives and methods. Here you need to understand these three terms: moderates, objectives and methods. Okay, so first of all, moderate. Moderate means to maintain the balance, neither too hot nor too cold, बीच का, neither too harsh nor too soft, है ना, बीच का बैलेंस बना के चलना, उसको मॉडरेट कहते हैं. जिसमें हम मॉडरेट का मतलब ये हो रहा है कि द कांग्रेस वाज नॉट डिमांडिंग कंप्लीट फ्रीडम. द कांग्रेस वाज नॉट डिमांडिंग दैट देयर शुड बी एंड ऑफ द ब्रिटिश रूल, द ब्रिटिश गो अवे. दिस वाज नॉट द डिमांड ऑफ द कांग्रेस, एंड नीदर कांग्रेस वाज रेडी टू एक्सेप्ट in whatever way the British were ruling over India that was acceptable to Congress. No, that was also not acceptable. The Congress wanted to bring some changes. Neither it wanted to end the British rule, nor it wanted the British rule to be like this only. There should not be any change in the British rule. It was also not the desire of the Congress. The Congress wanted to bring some reforms in the British government according to the demands of the people of India. So they just wanted कि कुछ ऐसे laws बन जाए. British government should make some such laws which can satisfy the people of India, like laws which can improve the representation of the people of India in the government. So in this way, this is what we call being moderate. Moderate होना का मतलब है कि आप किसी भी एक्सट्रीम में नहीं जा रहे हैं. ना तो इधर एकदम आप चाह रहे हैं कि एकदम हमें आज़ादी मिल जाए, और नहीं आप चाह रहे हैं कि नहीं हम एकदम से ब्रिटिश रूल के अंदर रहेंगे, वो जैसा चाहते वैसा ही होगा. इन दोनों में नहीं, उसके बीच का पोजीशन जिसमें कि व्हाट वी फाइंड दैट द पीपल वांट, बीच का पोजीशन जिसमें कि द कांग्रेस वांट दैट देयर शुड बी changes. There should be some changes in the British government according to the demands of the people of India, and these demands were represented by the Congress. Okay, so this is moderation. And objective का, इसके objective जो हम अभी बताएं, just that is the objective. The objective was not to end the British rule. The objective was not to accept the British rule as it is, but the objective was to bring some changes in the British rule according to the demand of the people of India. And what was the method? The method was also moderate. It never supported, it never wanted to bring changes in the governance through any kind of violence. they wanted कि everything should be done in a peaceful manner, है ना. They wanted कि the government should make some laws, and these laws should fulfill the demands of the people, है ना. So it was also the demand of the Congress that the people should be placed, the Indians should be placed in high position in the government, है ना. And it also demanded that civil services examination should be held in India. Like at that time it used to be held in London, so it was a very complex process, very difficult process. So the method was to present their demand before the government, and to pressurize the government to make laws according to the demand of the people, and everything was to be done in a very peaceful manner, in a parliamentary manner. So in this way we see that in the first 20 years the Congress was moderate in its objectives and methods. So we have done up to this, and now in the next class we will continue with this only.